Hello everybody. I hope this finds you well. Been a lot going on. I haven't made a video in a while. Been trying to digest all this information. Seems that the enemy will go to any length to keep us divided, arguing amongst ourselves. Anything to keep us from focusing on the mission. What is the mission? The mission is to restore liberty, to restore the constitutional order in this society we live in. A constitution which has been destroyed, a society which is fragmented and falling apart. I have a lot of friends now that I have disagreements with. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I subscribe to a wide variety of different beliefs, only that so that I can get more than one side to a point. You can't really see the whole story if you're looking only at one side. There are two sides to every argument. In order for us to come together, we must put aside differences and find commonality. And you got people out there like Dr. Dissent. My respect to you. I'm glad that there are maniacs like you out there. We probably need you sooner or later. I'm sure we will. But if you're going to be a sheepdog, you need to remember the sheepdog follows the commands of the master, of the shepherd, of the good shepherd. Ain't much use to have a sheepdog that follows the commands of the enemy. Scatters the flock instead of bringing them together. Don't do no good to cut down the sheep. You're supposed to be protecting them, not attacking them. You should be grouping them together and herding them in the right way so that they'll be safe. Jack, look, I love you, peace to you, but I have a problem with you when it comes to the abortion issue. I was on the understanding that Buddhists love all life, that all life is sacred. Yet you support the death and murder of the unborn, and then criticize those that protest against this by saying, I wonder how many of those are involved in other things. Let me remind you, one of the largest charity contributions to world hunger comes from Christians who believe in the sanctity of life and the rights of the unborn. The problem with the abortion isn't after the fact, it's the cause of the pregnancy in the first place. You don't want an unwanted pregnancy. Don't do the do that causes it. It's as simple as that. I do not hate someone that chooses to do this because I cannot judge them. I do not know what circumstances going on in their life. But I do know that Planned Parenthood would like to see everybody kill their kids before they're born. that they're not working on the behalf of people, but for profit. They profit on the misery of others and bring more misery as well. That's the sin of murder of the unborn, and it would be wrong and amiss of someone who believes in the sanctity of life not to protest when you see someone doing something wrong, to say something about it. I'm not saying going out and blow up abortion clinics, that's wrong also. I'm not saying sit there calling them women names. Murder's murder, whether it's the unborn or the live. They don't have a choice in the matter. It's the responsibility of the adult to care for the innocent life. An abortion is an act of selfishness. And I'm glad that your parents didn't abort you. I'm glad you did not abort your child. And I still love you. Much peace. You got guys out there like end time watchmen, all holed up in their fortress, dug up into their bunker, their supplies and their goods. Who are they helping when the crap hits the fan? They'll be shooting at anybody comes up their door. Who are they going to be helping? Are they helping the faithful, or are they helping the flock? I think I'd follow Dr. Descent before I'd follow end times. Much love to you, end times. I do respect you. Stick to your guns and your God. One thing though for sure that I do know, the greatest weapon we have is in our hearts, not in our bullets. It's for the General 10. Get to the General 10. My understanding he's dead now. Can't be here to defend himself. Of course that's the story. I wasn't at the funeral. I wasn't invited. I had 2 email correspondence with him. Neither one was he trying to sell me anything or convince me of anything. Mostly discussions about his chicken coop. He knew that I was a carpenter and asked my advice on some things. And I asked his advice on a couple of things, knowing that he was a police officer at one time. I was unaware of him actually being called a general or calling himself a general until I'd gone back and reviewed some of his videos where there is a mention of it in one of those. I'm sad to hear about that. But as far as that infiltration and stuff, I've been online for a couple of years now. I'm not afraid. Everybody knows who I am and what my face looks like that check out my site. They know what I stand for and what I believe. At least I hope they do. Big deal. What's he gonna get out of me? I'm not no leader of no revolutionary group. I'm not no leader of no militia movement. I'm just another Joe. An old redneck hillbilly hippie. Has an opinion, and that's all. That's all I am. I'm nothing special. Just another guy that likes liberty, freedom, hates to see what's going on in his country.